Peace be with you. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. Paz. Blessings. Namaste to you. Whoever you are, wherever you are, I hope that all is well. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning back, welcome back, my beautiful Soul Tribe family. I am eternally grateful to be on my destiny here with you. I'm really glad that I said something at some point and or another that has resonated with you enough that you thought to come back here with me today. I definitely encourage all of us, as I do myself, to continue making your own wise decisions, deciding what you need to pick up and put down as it relates to the reading that I channel in this particular spread. Let's see what's going on here in Spiritual Court TV. Holy Spirit, Creator, what is the deal? What is going on? What is it that we need clarification and confirmation on? Somebody's watching your money, okay? So right before I came onto this video, I did like a preliminary reading. The card of binding your finances, your romance, your self-love, your spirit, anything that somebody thought to bind, they went into an insurance contract with Lucifer, okay? They said across from Lucifer, hey, Lucifer, it's me. I need this person's energy. I need to bind myself to them. It's almost like somebody wanted to bind themselves to you for like a little extra padding on their life. Insurance policy. You were this person's insurance policy. Okay. If in the event they go asunder, they wanted by way of terms and conditions with Lucifer in this spiritual contract to have access to your money, your spirit, your energy, whatever this is that you are thinking of for yourself, whatever you were creating by way of your mind's eye. Somebody wanted to hack into it. Somebody definitely judged a book by its cover. Okay. You're some type of extraterrestrial being from another world. Okay. Somebody really messed up. Now, this person is also an omnist. Okay. Spirit says to me, they are an idiot savant. Somebody is book savvy, book smart. They know a lot about Mayat. They know a lot about the 48 laws of power. They know a lot about the book of Enoch, the Emerald Tablet. Somebody has a plethora of information. Somebody could even be dibbling and dabbling with the Holy Quran. Okay. Whoever this person is, they're an idiot savant because with all of what they thought they knew, they now know they don't know anything. That's what I just heard. I just heard this spiritual game is to be sold and not stolen. Somebody basically wanted to steal your knowledge. Okay. So they went into a contract. You were an insurance policy for this person. Somebody needed you as a binder. Okay. I feel like it didn't work out the way they had anticipated. Yeah, a Virgo could be real significant. Okay. You could be a Virgo. They could be a Virgo. It says Virgo is the sign of modesty, shy, meticulous, reliable, practical, diligent, intelligent, and very spiritually analytical. I love a good Virgo energy. I tap into my Virgonic energy as much as possible, especially when I need to get to the bottom of things. I'm like, let me tap into my Virgo placements. Sometimes my stomach starts to rumble a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because my intuitive nudges are letting me know that something in the environment is off. Virgo energy is so pristine, so precise, it's giving spiritual inspector gadget, dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's, if you will. If you won't, if you don't, it doesn't matter to a high vibrational Virgonic energy because they're going to get to the bottom of it. They're going to get to the top of it, the side of it, and they're going to do it very quickly because they have other things to invest their time in, literally, right? Somebody's watching your money. Okay, well, let's see what's going on, Spirit. What is the deal? What is the deal? Let me put these other cards to the side because this deck is so thick. I love the extra deck, though. I love it. It loves me back. I love this extra deck. Shout out to Intuitive Kev, man. Big shout out to Intuitive Kev, Intuitive Gang, Gang, Gang. We love you so much. We thank you for all that you do for the beautiful Divine Collective. Yeah, look at you. You're coming up as somebody that is seemingly innocent, okay? Somebody could have even thought that you were so innocent, that you were, suffering from a diagnosis, a spiritual diagnosis of naivete. You're not naive by any means. You see things before it's going to happen. Role model. So people look up to you. You hold a certain status, a certain level of respect. People may come to you a lot for your advice or your perspective on things because they have a respect for you. You're fair. That's why. You're somebody that tells the truth. You're somebody that'll give somebody the truth even if they don't want the truth. Listen, Pisces, a Pisces could be significant, an Aquarius could be significant. Okay, so let's get into it. Piscean energy. Piscean energy is about the imagination. Pisces are very sensitive, empathetic, compassionate, kind, selfless, and unworldly, intuitive, and sympathetic. Pisces are really beautiful people. I love tapping into my Piscean energy. Every time you get a pedicure, every time you get up and walk, think about your Piscean energy. Pisces rules the feet, okay? Virgo rules the gut, the stomach, connected to the vital organs. Needless to say, Pisces energy is somebody that is very empathetic and sympathetic to the energies around them. And because they are so empathetic, tapping into that Piscean energy, they can feel everything, very psychic energy. They can touch. I love a good Piscean energy. I love to tap into my Piscean placements. I love a good Pisces. I had a really good friend that was a Pisces. And every time we would go shopping, she was so funny the way she manifested. She would like go into like this trance, you know what I mean? She would touch everything. And I'm like, why do you got to touch everything? Looking back in hindsight, I didn't realize at the time, but as I've evolved, I realized that she was manifesting by way of sight, sound, touch, and feel. And she could literally touch an item and pick up the energy on it. Like she would touch things. Like we would go into like these really extravagant like jewelry shops, and we try on like these 5 and 6, 7 carat rings and things like that, and tennis bracelets, and so long story short, she's a multimillionaire now. Okay, shout out to her wherever she is. It's Piscean gang, gang, gang. So listen, I always like a good Piscean energy around me. And then there's the Aquarius. 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 Aquarius is somebody that is friendly, but not really. Aquarians are really popular loners. Like everybody loves an Aquarian energy, but Aquarius is just kind of like, okay, I'm overstimulated. I kind of need to be alone. But everybody loves a good high vibrational Aquarian energy. They just carry this mystical calmness about them. They are water, honey. But you ever look into an Aquarius's eyes? Their eyes actually look like water. I love tapping into my Aquarian energy. But the card says humanitarian. You're honest, you're loyal, you're original. You're not a copycat energy. Aquariuses do not like inauthentic people. They're allergic. Their skin starts to itch. Their skin starts to crawl when they're around people who are not real, who are not being their authentic self. Okay. They just despise it with every fiber of their being. Okay. Very independent and very intellectual. So let's get into it. Why are these cards here, Spirit? Okay. You got a divine masculine energy here. Why is somebody watching somebody's money, Spirit? Show me what's going on. Oh, whoa. Somebody wanted access to your destiny. So they made a deal with the devil, man, or something that resembles the devil, something very demonic, something that has been casted out. They conjured it up. They called it on the phone. They said, hey, can we meet? So they met. Okay, so they sat across from the table with the devil. Now, again, in the preliminary reading that I did not upload here, Lucifer came out. Okay, he showed up in spiritual court. Insurance policy came out, but I saw it from a spiritual aspect. Like somebody signed a spiritual deal with the devil to bind themselves to your finances. And because this deal has now gone awry, you're some type of extraterrestrial, celestial tapping into your Virgionic, Pisceanic, Aquarianic energies, and you're flowing. The deal was null and void. It was non-negotiable. This was a contract that could have never been created with the devil over your destiny. Child, somebody wanted access. I just heard access denied. Somebody got blocked. Destiny, fate, future, and karma. Yeah, demonic, nefarious, diabolical, and bondage. I'm telling you, somebody wanted access to your abilities to manifest. Somebody wanted access to your conscious behavior. Okay. When you are manifesting, you're very conscious. You see it, you say it, you smell it, you want it, you know that when you see it, it's happening and it is done. So then you just stay in this celebratory energy. You have a very peculiar, independent, original, very authentic spiritual signature. And somebody couldn't forge your energy by way of a signature on a demonic contract for an insurance policy. Somebody wanted you to insure. Yeah, I can't make this up. My body is getting hot. Okay. My body is getting hot. I feel like somebody's burning up, honey. I feel like somebody is pissed off. As a matter of fact, look at the angry bird watching your money. Why are you watching somebody else's money? Because the contract was non-negotiable. This could have never have been negotiated between them and the devil or the demon or whatever. So what exactly did they sign? This is what they're trying to figure out. Now they're afraid. You picked a fine time to be afraid by way of these false illusions that you wanted to appear to be real. I can't make it up. Why is somebody afraid? Because somebody is saying if their finances are not flowing, if the contract that they believe that they signed in the presence of this demonic force hasn't manifested money, wealth, fame, anything that involves your conscious destiny, then what exactly did they sign? Now they want to read the fine print. Yeah, you picked a fine time to read the fine print. Death. So they signed a death contract. Basically, they signed up for death. What was communicated never needed to be said as it related to you. You never needed to be present in the presence of this demonic ass entity. Okay. So this entity is like, you need to pay up. This entity is waving around, this demonic entity is waving around this contract and saying, pay up. Look, Ace of Pentacles. So they're watching you be in this abundant energy. They're watching destiny align. They're watching the stars be in alignment for you. Collective, what's going on? The lovers. Oh, whoa. Love by the universe. Somebody says, give me access to your destiny. Give me access to your fate, your future. This was what they thought was in the contract. Something was written in a demonic language that somebody didn't understand the etymology of, quite literally. What contract did they sign? Oh, I just heard the devil is laughing. Eight of Pentacles? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Open up that door. Show me this contract that was signed. Okay, for power, they wanted your power, strength, power, energy, vitality. Eight of Cups, they were refusing to walk away or they wanted to block you from something. So somebody's goal, oh, my cards are bent. Maybe somebody's bent out of shape, child. Okay, let's get into it. So this contract that they signed was for strength, power, money, fame, fortune, etc. All these things that come naturally. Okay, by way of thought, by way of thoughts, by way of consciousness. Somebody wanted to download your freaking consciousness. What's so special about the way you think and the way you see life? Well, we kind of see things the way we need to. You got the 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, collective. Let's get into it. And somebody thought they were going to fight you over your 10 of Pentacles, the 5 of Wands, but then you got the Ace of Wands, okay, that came out of the sky. Child, what is going on here? The 5 of Swords. Somebody says, okay, I got it. I'm going to go and I'm going to renegotiate a non-negotiable contract. Make that make sense. You went back to the devil. You went back to this demon to negotiate a non-negotiable contract, and you met the original being in their authenticity, in their Virgionic, Piscean, Aquarian nature. You saw them flowing and going, and you got scared. The Queen of Swords? Yeah, what is going on? Clarify this contract. Somebody's afraid because somebody's like, what did I sign? Well, that's why we're here. This is why we're calling this court case into the spiritual courts of heaven. Seven of Swords in the reverse. Somebody got caught. Look at what the hell they got attached to them. Look at them. Look at their face. Why you got all those wands and darts and whatever the hell that is in your hand? Somebody was like, I'm going back in. You look like a gremlin. What exactly are you, honey? Is this what signed the contract, or is this what you signed a contract with? Whatever it is, it's in the rebirth. So you've been exposed. The sun is here. The sun represents enlightenment, Leo energy, okay? Being in alignment with good intentions is how you manifest what it is that you want, my darling. You should have come in and asked the chosen one to help you, but instead you wanted to backdoor somebody. You thought it would be easy peasy, nice and greasy, but now you're finding out that fat meat really is still greasy. The last time I checked, fat meat is greasy as hell. Okay, let's see. You signed a contract. Now you're afraid. Why are you afraid? What happened? You didn't read the terms and conditions. It was a diabolical, demonic ass linguistic. Was this contract even translated to you before you signed it with the devil? Nope. You just signed that shit. King of Wands energy, you just signed up for it. You didn't care. You didn't even read the terms and conditions. Nine of Swords. So now you're in this distress. Okay? Demon down, man down, girl down. Nine of Swords. You're stressed out. You got caught in the ethers. Your contract is not valid. You went back to negotiate a non negotiable contract, meaning something that you could never have, because whoever this master manifester is, they've already claimed their inheritance. So you went in for an insurance binder, protection, if you will, if in the event this doesn't go through, can I renegotiate this contract? You signed a new deal with the devil or some type of demon, okay? Nine of Swords. Whoa. And now you afraid? Now you don't know what to do? Ten of Cups energy, child, I know you lied. And the Five of Cups, oh Lord, have mercy. Somebody's ancestors, somebody's spirit team, somebody's angels popped out as the Ten of Cups and immediately put this person down to rest. Look at the skeletons. That's death, that's endings. Look at the way somebody's ancestor popped out. Child, wait a minute. Clarify, why is this person afraid? Because something that you alchemize, collective, whatever this is, you're too strong for these diabolical contracts. This is forgery. This is like spiritual forgery. Clarify, pull back the layers. Let's tap into this Virgionic energy. Let's investigate. You got the Lovers here, Gemini energy, okay? Clarify the Lovers and the Nine of Cups, okay? So somebody wanted to bind your love life, bind your finances, make you be with them. You're going to be with me. This sounds like a forbidden marriage of which you were never in attendance, of which you were too busy being a leader, a role model, a good source of information to the world. Beautiful humanitarian energy. Somebody tried to bind you in some type of marriage contract in the spirit with the demon, basically. Okay. Again, this is somebody who is an idiot savant. They're an atheist, but at the same time, they're an omnist, they're a Luciferian, they tap into a little bit of Catholicism when they need to, and they may dibble and dabble in Islam if that's what the situation calls for. It appears as though they didn't have enough knowledge to do what it was that they thought they knew to do, but somebody doesn't know anything. Somebody has no knowledge. They were believing on a hope and a prayer that this would work. But look at the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is like an insatiable desire for what somebody else has, but an ingrate based on what it is that you have. So somebody was looking at their life, looking at your life, looking at their life, looking at your life. And somebody says, I don't want this cup that's being offered to me. Instead, I want that cup. I want the Ten of Pentacles. And so the universe was like, okay, this is a beautiful opportunity to teach you a really deadly lesson. First of all, your contract is not valid in the ethers. Get that shit up out of here. It's only valid between you and the demon that you signed it to. And now somebody's trying to say that you signed the contract. Let's just see. Collective, they're trying to say that you signed your contract. Bitch, if you don't get your ass up out of here, the terms and the motherfucking conditions say that death is the only outcome. So somebody tried to unalive you. Was this the first, second, third non-negotiable contract? Or when did you decide? Like, what was the epiphany by way of diabolicalness where you decided in the middle of the Nine of Swords that you were going to go back, renegotiate, and talk to this nefarious, diabolical, whatever the hell this is, demon, something that looks quite casted out, unnatural, some shit that's been casted out into the abyss. You went and you found this spirit. You should have been a little safer. Don't go chasing waterfalls, okay? You should have stuck to the lakes and the little pond that you were used to. Something like that, man. Somebody went searching for a demon. And the terms and conditions is death. Clarify insurance policy. Yeah, I can't make this up. Queen of Cups in the reverse, man. Big Scorpio energy. Somebody is crazy, honey. Queen of Cups in the reverse is somebody that is I just heard an unnatural mystic, a diabolical siren, succubus energy, emotionally manipulative, sucking away at that which is reality by way of how you see it. This is the kind of person that you can approach and you say, you know what, I know exactly what you did. And they'll look at you and say, that's not what you saw. It's not what it is. You're not seeing things correctly. This is that kind of person. They like to reach around and retch around and kind of tarnish the way you see things. They want to affect your realities. This is what they want. This is what they did. Queen of Cups in the reverse. Somebody that is selfish. They have an empty cup. They're all dried out. Okay. So if you're in the 10 of Pentacles, they're in the 5 of Pentacles, or maybe the 2 of Pentacles, or maybe no Pentacles at all. This is somebody that felt like winner takes all. And so now that winner is taking all, they don't like those parts of the contracts that are being adhered to. Okay. But you said winner takes all. So you mad because the chosen is over here taking all? They're the winner. Somebody's winning in their own story. Somebody comment down below, I'm winning in my own story. So why are you bitches mad? A bitch is a female dog, man. I feel like this person has fleas, parasites, very parasitical energy, very above the law, very superiority complex. I'm going to come into your life and I'm going to freaking take your destiny, bitch. You can't even take a bath. You're the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Okay, I'm back. I had to get my shit together. It appears as though there is some form of a disagreement amongst this contract. Somebody is still trying to wear a mask, although the mask has fallen off. The demon is here to collect. Okay. So now this person is afraid. It's a fine time. Look, I can't make this up. Didn't I just say the demon is here to collect? 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. The debt collector, the death angels are here to collect this person. This is the part in the contract, okay, that you didn't read. Somebody was just signing initially. You didn't even read section 238, like fuck around and find out. Section, listen, this is what the law is being implemented. Now the demon's here to collect with the 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. So in an attempt, in a haste, you said, I will reinvent this non-negotiable contract, although it had already been rejected by the universe. Look, the universe was like, we see you. Don't you create another word, not one iota. Don't you dot another I, another T, bitch, we see you, honey. The sun. That was the first, second, third, and the last warning. Now the death angels have been loosed, and now somebody's afraid. Somebody's praying not to die. Somebody said you were supposed to be dead, but you're somewhere just skipping along, role model energy, in your Virgionic, in your Pisceanic, in your Aquarianic energy. You're a dreamer, okay? What you have going on in your dream state, being in your own world, it's like you only see flowers, you only see victory, you only see good things, you only see wealth, health. And this is how you are in this state of prosperity, because this is the vibration that you're vibrating on. It's an energy of deserving. I deserve a good life. I deserve to walk in my wheel of fortune. And that's just what it is. I deserve to breathe, walk, talk in my destiny, in my wheel of fortune, Here is my terms and conditions with the universe. It is my birth right, and that's just what it is, and it can't be changed. And this contract is impenetrable. It is non-negotiable. It is solid. It is etched in motherfucking stone. And so somebody's mad about that. Well, my thing is this commercial break. There's so many things that we can be upset about. There's so many things that we can go after. One thing that somebody should never go after is somebody else's truth, what it is that they see for themselves, because they're seeing the way that the God that they serve wants them to see. And so therefore they're in alignment. Okay. Somebody's consciousness could not have been rerouted and or exchanged by way of somebody's consciousness that is deteriorating by the second, by the moment. Why? Because it is a molding energy, it is a parasitical energy. It is something that is dying. It is not giving life. It has no creativity because it's not connected to anything of consciousness. It is simply a maggot's way of thinking. It is a parasite, if you will. So where in this particular contract, then you understand that the demon was coming to knock you down. Look, the Seven of Wands. Somebody, listen, can I tell you just something? Extraterrestrial beings, Ten of Pentacles energy, Ace of Wands. When it comes out in the cards, it looks so pretty, so nice and neat. But when you go after somebody that you know you don't need to be going after, that shit gets ugly. These people run into energies within the ethers that they don't even know how to identify. That's a part of your spirit team. My spirit team, listen. My angels look like demons to the people that want to sign up to be my enemies. I don't have any enemies. Not any that are worth giving any credit for or to. Okay? So when people subscribe, dedicate themselves to being your enemy, it's because their enemy is already dead and they don't have anything else going on. Now, your livelihood, your destiny, your star, your crown is something that you're already wearing. Okay. So, how can somebody somewhere else on a quantum realm that doesn't know how to leap properly be in your energy, being you better than you can be you? You are constantly reinventing yourself. You're in the Aquarian energy. You're independent within nature, although you know that you're sharing this atmosphere, this consciousness with other consciousnesses consciously. Somebody got lost. Somebody left their life asunder. Somebody is looking crazy because your spirit team with the Seven of Wands is about to bring that thunder. Oh my God, no wonder. I just heard bells ringing in the distance. Clarify what's going on, spirit. I just heard bells ringing in the distance. Last time I checked, that was the Ace of Cups. Shout out to the people that read the cards backwards. You're so amazing. You see, by way of the fifth dimension, you know that letters are just an illusion by way of shapes and sizes and colors and things of that nature. Ace of Cups, boo. You got the Ace of Cups. Your future is beginning now. So you're already in the now. We're seeing in the now. We're being in the now. You're actively here. You're actively there. You're actively exactly where you need to be. And my spot, your spot cannot be taken. Somebody is like going through some type of nightmare in space. They've created a nightmare and they don't know how to wake up from it. This is where fear is coming from. So false illusions appearing real, which is an acronym for fear. I read that somewhere years ago. I thought that was amazing. Fear, okay? Somebody's stuck in a nightmare that they created, but now they need your help. And all you did was shed light on their demons so that they could see themselves in the middle of their nightmare. And that drove them even more insane and thrusted them into the Nine of Swords, which means that they've landed on all the mental swords that they tried to put into your mental. Yeah, I mean, what else? This was, I mean, the fact that you have delivered this person to their own demons is really a favor. This person, honestly, should be saying you're welcome or thank you. Or is it you're welcome and no thank you? Like you're not welcome? Is that what I just heard? To my destiny? Child. Ooh, that rose petal smells so good. Yeah, it's like somebody should be saying thank you, but I just heard you're welcome, but you're not welcome. Whatever this is, spirit, spirit is saying that you told this person you're not welcome to my destiny. You're not welcome to my destiny. Yeah, it's a no. What are you doing? It's a lot of inverted conversations going on. Clarify this person is afraid. Yeah, the two of wands. The two of wands. You're an extraterrestrial being. You're some type of being, I don't know. Consciousness, your pure consciousness, your pure thought, your pure father, mother, son, holy trinity energy. Somebody tried to come for the originator of thought, the one who originated everything. You could be the divine mother. Woo-wee. Hello there, divine mother. Hello there, divine mother, the empress. Look at you. You're radiant. You've given birth to everything in creation. So these are sons and daughters, abominations that you casted out in the middle of a nightmare. And now somebody's stuck in the nightmare that you casted them out into, but it's what they're thinking. It's how they were thinking. It was their thoughts that are driving them crazy. The Empress energy, you are the mother of invention. Shout out to the mother of invention. Somebody is trying to figure out how to get out of this contract. What are they so afraid of? Yeah, they're really afraid because they feel alone. Ten of Wands in the reverse. There's nobody to call. There's nobody to help. The Ten of Wands in the reverse is the transfer of burdens, mental stress. Okay, it's given pimp down, but somebody wasn't a pimp. Somebody was really the slut being pimped by the universe. Somebody is stepping in like a pimp energy. Like, I'm going to take this. I'm going to buy myself to you. You're going to go to work and I'm going to take and I'm going to benefit. But really, they're the slut. Somebody's the whore. Somebody's a whoremonger. Somebody is a lady or a man of ill repute for a demonic force because this is what they're made of. Okay, they can't be anything but. Ten of Wands in the reverse is a solo dolo effort, no help, nobody helping them. Okay, they have a lot of wands on their back, the same wands that they threw towards the original divine mother. That means the divine mother is here. Ooh, you tried to take the divine mother's destiny. Somebody's the biggest joke in spiritual court. Oh, I just heard they're all gonna laugh at you. Don't. Uh. They're all gonna laugh at you. Mm, mm. Uh. They're all gonna laugh at you. The Nine of Swords. Somebody's going crazy. This person could be hearing voices. Now, this is not in your imagination. You are really stuck in this nightmare, whoever you are. You're not imagining this. It's your imagination is very real in the state of a nightmare in space and time. Wherever you went, wherever you traveled to, it's like, uh-uh, uh-uh. There's some type of intergalactic realm that somebody tried to enter. Whoever this person is, they're an omnis, they're a Luciferian, they're Muslim, they're Christian, this is a spiritual chameleon. This person will blend in when they need to, however they need to, and wherever they need to in order to benefit off of other people's efforts. But in reality, what they are is a parasite. Yeah, they're an ethereal demonic parasite. They're a chameleon. They're a shape-shifting chameleon. Okay? And they can't find anybody to attach themselves to. So parasites have to have somebody to attach themselves to. And now that nobody is available, nobody's falling for these illusions. What is it that they have to attach themselves to, which is a native state of nothingness? This person feels casted out and they're trying to figure out how to get out of this nightmare that they created. But you created it. You are the one that thought it up. And you were attached to people who had active consciousness, But with their consciousness or what you believe you stole, you created a world and a realm that is a complete nightmare. And so we're simply allowing you to be bound to your own creations. Listen, it's like when you were in school, and they would have you turn in your work and they would say, everybody put your name at the top of the paper and you turn in your work. Now, some children, they didn't get the memo. Okay, it was like, oh, whose work is this? There's no name on this work. Well, we basically gave this person the work that they put out. What they wanted to create is now what they're responsible for it, with the exception of us being there for them to leech off of and use our energy. So now what seems to be the problem? This work belongs to you. Your name is on it, honey. Okay. That's what my spirit guys just said. Yeah, look, you lied. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Work, toil and labor. Okay. The blueprint. Somebody thought they had copied your system, your solutions. Somebody thought they had copied your equations. Okay. Enough that they could sign a demonic contract, eliminate you, and somehow shape shift into your full abilities and be you and leave you behind. Surprise, you've resurrected. Somebody's coming up as Anubis's daughter. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. The Three of Swords. Heart chakra energy, heartache from beyond space and time. You're damn right. Separate as in divide from the Ace of Pentacles. So this person's been separated, divided from you, left asunder, left in a nightmare, having heartaches from but beyond time and space. That means that this person can't even fathom what they're fighting. They don't even know what they're going up against, but they created it. Because the authenticity belonged originally to the chosen one, and you took a little bit of their energy to create a nightmare, now that the chosen one has called back their energy, their essence, their consciousness, and they're fully aware, whatever you've created is your own energetic signature. It has your name on the work. This is your paper. This is your test. This was your work, and you failed. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. All that work, and what did it get you? It got you a nightmare by way of you trying to defy space and time. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So now that you can't copy and paste somebody's energetic signature, you're left with the nightmare that you thought that you were creating for somebody else with their own energy. Okay. The Moon in the reverse. This does conclude this reading, if this is what we're calling it. I feel like it was a very diabolical court case. Something got kicked out in court. Somebody needed you as an insurance policy. If in the event the diabolical deal with the demon didn't go through, then I'm going to revamp this contract, bind myself to you, because you'll be able to negotiate with your high frequency and get me out of this diabolical, nefarious, diabolical contract. But instead, you held to your earthly responsibilities. Virgionic energy, you're a role model. You got things to do, places to go, people to see. You're here to inspire. You're here to love, and the devil could never, okay? Even if this person had successfully have taken anything from your energetic signature, it's like the shoe just don't fit. It's giving Cinderella. Before the clock strikes midnight, somebody's ass is going to turn into the raggedy ass rodent and maggot that they are. It's true. I don't know what to say, man. It's like we got things to do, okay? And this person is pissed off. They're sitting up with this demonic contract talking about, how dare you? How mother freaking dare you? How dare you just unalive me with love, honey? Here lies the person who died from a nefarious, diabolical contract because we loved you to death. Literally. And we hope you never come back. So mote be. Ashe, and it is. I love you, collective. If this resonated with you at any parts of this reading, please feel free to like, love, share, subscribe, give it a thumbs up. If you want to donate to the channel, do it with good intentions. You know what I'm saying? Really, if you want to donate a decent comment, one that you believe is going to help everybody, then do so. I encourage you to do so. If you'd like to donate some coinage, okay? Maybe watch one of the commercials for more than 2 minutes. That's a good way to donate to the platform. If you want to send some real coinage, you can absolutely do that. Remember, never give what it is that you can't afford to give away. And whatever you give, I pray that you receive back everything that you deserve. I love y'all. I do. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, peace be with you.